First, open the site design drawing. Find this file on the Training Files folder provided to you earlier. In this step we are going to use road layout plan from site design drawing. The road layout plan contains road elevations on some of the significant road stations. Next, let's open another drawing. Locate and open the drawing named Drawing with Site Local Coordinate System from Training Files folder provided to you earlier. Let's confirm that this drawing contains correct site local coordinates. Using Command ID, let's verify if this point BM1 location is correct. Type Command ID, then press Enter key in your keyboard to execute ID command. Then select and left-click on the center of point BM1. Now, check that the northing and easting are the same with what is written on the drawing label. As we see here, this drawing is placed in the correct local site coordinate. Now, let's take the coordinates of 3 points from this drawing. First, let's take the coordinate of the intersection of these two roads. Type Command ID and press Enter key on your keyboard. Then left-click on the intersection of these roads. Then, record or write down X and Y data of this point. Next, take coordinate of another point. Let's use this intersection. Record or write down X and Y data of this point. Now, let's take the coordinates of this last point. Record or write down X and Y data of this point. To review the identified coordinates, go to the command bar. Now let's open a new workspace. Click on the Application menu, then click New. Select Metric and then Open. Let's create 3 points manually using the coordinates we recorded earlier. On the Create Ground Data panel, select Points. Hover your mouse on the Create Points, Miscellaneous, then select Manual. Now, type the coordinates of the first point. For the first point, type A for point description and 0 for elevation. Now create 2 more points using the same procedure. Use the coordinates that we recorded earlier. Use B and C for the description of the succeeding points. After plotting down 3 points, let's change the point label to show the point description. Click Zoom Extent. Then select all 3 points. Right-click in the workspace and select Properties. On the Properties window, change point label as shown. Now point description is displayed. Now, let's copy the road layout plan from the Site Design Drawings. Go to Site Design Drawing tab, find and select Road Layout Plan. Once selected, press Ctrl+C on your keyboard to copy the drawing. Now, go back to the new drawing, then press Ctrl+V to paste the drawing. Place the drawing near the 3 points as shown. Now, let's align the road layout plan drawing to the correct coordinates. Type Command Align and press Enter key. Then, select the entire drawing to be aligned as shown. And then, press Enter key again. Now, specify the first source point, click on the intersection of Road Lot 1 and Road Lot 2. Then, specify the first destination point, click on point A. Next, specify the second source point, click on the intersection of road lot 7 and road lot 26. Then, specify the second destination point, click on point B. Lastly, specify the third source point, click on the intersection of road lot 8 and road lot 22. Then, specify the third destination point, click on point C. Now, the entire road layout plan is aligned to the correct coordinate location. Let's save the new drawing. Next, we are going to put elevations on the road center lines. I am going to give you a couple of examples, and then, you need to finish the rest of the roads in the entire job site. Let's start with the center line of road lot 1. Note that road lot 1 starts from station 0 plus 000, with elevation 509 meters, to station 0 plus 117.30, with elevation 511 meters. To do this, go to Home ribbon. Under Create Design panel, select Feature Line. Click on Create Feature Lines from Objects. Now, select the object by left-clicking on Road Lot 1 centerline. And press Enter key. On the Create Feature Lines window, change the name to Road Lot 1 since we are currently working on the center line of Road Lot 1. Then, make sure that the Erase Existing Entities box is unchecked. Then, click OK. Now, when you click Road Lot 1 centerline, you will find that it has been transformed to a feature line. Next, let's edit the elevations. While the feature line is selected, go to Edit Elevation panel and click on Elevation Editor button. On the Elevation Editor window, you will find the stations available and the equivalent elevations in each station. Right now, we only have 2 stations shown in the Elevation Editor which have given elevation data. While on the layout plan, there are 3 stations with given elevation. The missing station is station 0 plus 35.86, with elevation 509.405. In this case, let's add station 0 plus 35.86 in the feature line. To do that, close the elevation editor window. Now, while Road Lot 1 feature line is selected, go to Edit Elevations panel. Then, select Insert Elevation Point function. Now, hover your mouse onto the location of station 0 plus 35.86. Once correct station is shown, left-click to add the point. Leave station elevation to 0. Press Escape key on your keyboard to end Insert Elevation Point function. Now, we can edit the elevations. While the feature line is selected, go to Edit Elevations panel. Left-click Elevation Editor button. On the Elevation Editor window, change the elevations base on the value written on Road Layout Plan drawing. On the Elevation Editor window, left-click the elevation value of station 0 plus 000, then type the correct value, which is 509.000 meters. Do the same for the rest of the stations as shown. Now Road Lot 1 centerline is moved to the correct elevation. Now, let me give you another example. Let's work on Road Lot 4. Road Lot 4 starts from station 0 plus 000, with elevation 511.587 meters. And end on station 0 plus 345.93, with elevation 507.102 meters. One important point to remember before creating a feature line. Make sure that the road center line is one single polyline, from start to end of station. But in case of Road Lot 4, the center line is made up of multiple polylines as shown. So before creating the feature line, we have to join the multiple polylines first. To do this, type Command Join and press Enter key. Then, select the polylines to be joined as shown. Once all objects to be joined are selected, press Enter key in your keyboard. Now, road lot for centerline is one single polyline. We can now proceed with the creation of feature line. The procedure is the same as what we did earlier in road lot 1 with some minor changes. Go to Home ribbon. Under Create Design panel, select Feature Line. Click on Create Feature Lines from Objects. Now, select Object by left-clicking on Road Lot for Centerline. On the Create Feature Lines window, and press Enter key. Change the name to Road Lot 4, since we are currently working the centerline of Road Lot 4. Then, make sure that the Erase Existing Entities box is unchecked. Then, click OK. Now, when you click Road Lot 4 Centerline, you will find that it has been transformed to a feature line. Next, let's open Elevation Editor function. While the feature line is selected, go to Edit Elevation panel and click on Elevation Editor button. Right now, we only have two stations with given elevations data, which are Station 0 plus 000 with elevation 511.587 meters and Station 0 plus 345.92 with elevation 507.102 meters. In this case, we need to add all the stations with given elevations in the road layout plan. To do so, close the Elevation Editor window. While Road Lot 4 feature line is selected, go to Edit Elevations panel. Then, select Insert Elevation Point function. Also, make sure to turn on the Object Snap function to easily insert the elevation points. Left-click on Object Snap function button. Then, select All. And then, click OK. Now insert the elevation points as shown. Hover your mouse on Station 0 plus 156.80. Left-click. For now, leave elevation as 0. Then, press Enter key in your keyboard. Now, do the same to add the rest of the missing stations as shown. After adding all the elevation points, we can now edit the elevations. Start by selecting Road Lot 4 feature line. Under Edit Elevations panel, left-click Elevation Editor. Let's start with Station 0+000. Change the elevation to 511.587 meters. Next, Stations 0+017.24 and 0+019.21 don't have elevations given in the layout plan, so leave these stations for now. Let's proceed to Station 0+156.80 with elevation 513.393 meters. Now, to set elevation for stations 0+017.24 and 0+019.21. Left-click station 0+000. Then, press and hold Shift key on your keyboard, and then left-click in station 0+156.80. Once stations 0+000 to 0+156.80 are highlighted in blue, left-click on Flatten Grade or Elevations function. Choose Constant Grade, and then click OK. Now, stations 0+017.24 and 0+019.21 elevation values have been calculated. Now let's type elevation of station 0+187.80 is equal to 512.361 meters. Station 0+217.80 is equal to 511.364 meters. Station 0+248.80 is equal to 510.333 meters. Stations 0+326.88 and 0+328.68 do not have elevations given, so skip those for now. Added elevation of station 0+345.92 is equal to 507.102 meters. We can calculate elevations of stations 0+326.88 and 0+328.68 by assuming that the grade from station 0+248.80 to 0+345.92 is constant. To do so, left-click station 0+248.80. Then, press and hold Shift key on your keyboard. And then, left-click in station 0+345.92. Once stations 0+248.80 to 0+345.92 are highlighted in blue, left-click on Flatten Grade or Elevations function. Choose Constant Grade, and then click OK. Now stations 0+326.88 and 328.68 elevation values have been calculated. Now, all road lot for centerline elevations have been provided. Click green plus button to end elevation editing. Now, continue creation of feature lines for all the road center lines in the entire job site. After creating all the feature lines, you will have an output that look like this. To create the road assembly and sub-assembly, we are going to use the standard road section from the site design drawing file. In this training, we need to create 3 road assemblies and sub-assemblies: 8-meter road, 10-meter road, and 15-meter road assembly. First, let's copy the standard road section drawing to our main workspace. On the site design drawings, select the road sections. And press Ctrl+C on your keyboard to copy. Go back to your main workspace. Press Ctrl+V, then left-click to paste the drawing on the location as shown. Let's start working on the 8-meter wide road. The first step in creating road subassembly is to draw a polyline along the road cross-section. Since our aim is to create a 3D design for soil cut and fill, we are going to create our surface following the top of the sub-grade level. To start, type Command PL plus Enter. Then, draw the polyline as shown. Next step is to fix the 90 degrees vertical objects. Note that when creating tin surface, it is not possible to make a tin surface from 90 degrees vertical objects. So, in this case we need to make all the 90 degrees vertical line into a slope line. To do so, we need to move the vertex of the vertical line by 1 centimeter or 0.01 meters from its original position. Let's start with this line. To make this a slope line, select the polyline. Then, left-click on the vertex you need to move. Right now the editable length is the horizontal line from the left side to the first 90-degree turn. But, what we want to edit is the distance from the original vertex position to a new vertex position. To do that, Press Tab key on your keyboard to transfer from different editable length. Press Tab key repeatedly until you achieve the desired editable length. Once you arrive at the correct editable length, type 0.01. And then, press Enter. Do this to all the 90 degrees vertical lines as shown. Again, press Tab key repeatedly until you achieve the desired editable length. Once you arrive at the correct editable length, type 0.01. After making the slopes, we can now create the road subassembly out of the polyline. To do so, go to Home ribbon. Left-click Create Design Panel. Then, left-click Create Subassembly from Polyline. Then, select the polyline in the workspace. On the Create Subassembly window, name the 8-meter road as 8RROW. Set the link creation to single. Uncheck the Erase Existing Entities box. And then, click OK. Now, subassembly has been created from polyline. Next step is to put codes to the points and links of the subassembly. To do so, select the subassembly on the workspace. On the Modify Subassembly panel, click on Add Code. Type P1 as code for the point. And then, press Enter. Now select the first point as shown. When you hover the mouse cursor on the first point, you can see that the points code is now P1. Do the same with the rest of the intersection points on the subassembly. To execute the add code command repeatedly without going to the Modify Subassembly panel, you can press Space or Enter key on your keyboard. This allows you to execute again the most recent command that you used. After putting code P1 in all the intersection points, use Add Code command again. This time, type link. Press Enter. Select the link of subassembly as shown. Now, code link has been added to the subassembly link. Road subassembly is now ready. Next step is to create road assembly. To do so, go to Create Design panel. Click Assembly. And then, choose Create Assembly. On the Create Assembly window, type name 8RROW for the 8-meter wide road. Leave the rest of the settings as default. Then, click OK. Now, specify the location on the workspace. And then, left-click to draw the assembly. Now, assembly has been created. Now let's attach the sub-assembly to the assembly. To do so, select the sub-assembly from the workspace. Under Modify Subassembly panel, click on the Modify Origin button. Then, choose the top of the concrete road as the origin is shown. Left-click to select the point. Now select the sub-assembly again. Under Modify Subassembly panel, left-click on the Add to Assembly button. And then, left-click on the road assembly as shown. Now, sub-assembly has been added to the road assembly. Now, perform the same procedure for 10-meter and 15-meter wide roads. Create the road assemblies with the following names: 10 RROW for the 10-meter wide road and 15 RROW for the 15-meter wide road. Now that road assemblies and subassemblies are done, we can now make road corridors. To create road corridor, let's move back to the road layout plan with the feature lines. Let's start creating road corridor in road lot 1. We start by going to the Create Design panel. Select Corridor drop-down button and left-click Corridor. On the Create Corridor window, type name, Road 1. On Baseline type, select Feature Line. Next, using the Feature Line Select button, let's select the Road Alignment feature line from the workspace. Left-click on the green button and then left-click on the Road Lot 1 feature line in the workspace. Next, set the assembly. Click Assembly drop-down button. Since Road Lot 1 is a 15-meter wide road, so select 15 RROW assembly. Click OK. Next, click Apply. Then click Rebuild the corridor and click OK. Now, Road Lot 1 corridor has been created. Let me show you another example. Let's work on Road Lot 9 corridor. Go to Create Design panel, select Corridor drop-down button, and left-click Corridor. On the Create Corridor window, type name, Road 9. On Baseline type, select Feature Line. Next, using the Feature Line Select button, let's select the Road Alignment feature line from the workspace. Left-click on the green button and then left-click on the Road Lot 1 feature line in the workspace. Next, set the assembly. Click Assembly drop-down button. Since road lot 9 is an 8-meter wide road, so select 8 RROW Assembly. Click OK. Next, click OK, then click Rebuild the corridor. Now, road lot 9 corridor has been created. Now it's time for you to create all the road corridors of the entire job site. And once you're done with all the corridors, you will have an output that looks like this. Before we proceed to the next step, make sure to save your drawing. To save your drawing, press Ctrl+S on your keyboard. Also, make a backup copy of your drawing, just in case you make mistakes performing the next procedure. To make a backup copy, go to the Application menu, then choose Save As. Then, save the file using different file name. In my case, I'll name this corridor. Now let's transform the corridors into lines so we can clean the data and convert it to tin surface. But right now, our drawing is composed of multiple drawing objects such as feature lines, corridors, polylines, and more. What we need to do is to isolate the corridor from other drawing objects. To do that, right-click on the workspace. Choose Quick Select. On the Quick Select window, set the following parameters. Apply to entire drawing. Object type, corridor. Operator, select all. How to apply, exclude from new selection set. Then, click OK to select all drawing objects besides the corridor. Next, while selection is active, type Hide Objects. Then, press Enter key to hide the selected objects. Now, only corridors are shown in the workspace. Next step is to transform the corridors into simple lines. To do that, type Explode to run Explode command. Then, select all corridors in the workspace. Then, press Enter key in your keyboard. Checking the properties of the object, you will see that the corridor is converted to a block reference. Next step is to run Explode command again to convert the block reference into lines. Type Explode to run Explode command. Then select all the drawing objects in the workspace. Then, press Enter key in your keyboard. Checking the properties of the object, you will see that the block reference is converted to lines. Now we need to clean the data by removing the overlaps on the road intersections as shown. To do that, we need to trim and delete some lines in the drawing. I'm going to show you a couple of examples, and then, you have to continue and finish cleaning all the road intersection overlaps in the entire job site. Now we need to clean the data by removing the overlaps on the road intersections as shown. To do that, we need to trim and delete some lines in the drawing. I'm going to show you a couple of examples, and then you have to continue and finish cleaning all the road intersections. Let's start with this intersection. Type Command Trim. And then press Enter. Perform the trimming of lines as shown. Next, delete the remaining unnecessary lines as shown. To delete, select the line and press Delete key. Do the same on the other side of the road intersection. Make sure to orbit the drawing in 3D view to see all the unnecessary lines. As you can see, there are unnecessary road cross-sections. Select and delete these cross-sections as shown. Make sure to delete all the unnecessary lines and points. Now this road junction is finished. Let me show another example. Let's work on this road junction. Continue removing the overlaps in all the road intersections. After doing so, you will have a drawing that looks like this. Let's now create tin surface. Go to Tool Space. Under Prospector tab, right-click Surfaces. Then, choose Create Surface. On the Create Surface window, type name, Phase 1 Whole Site Design. Then, click OK. Go back to Tool Space. Under Prospector tab, click Surfaces drop-down button. Then, click Phase 1 Whole Site drop-down button. Under Definition, right-click Drawing Objects. Then, select Add. On the Add Points from Drawing Objects window, change object type to Lines. And then, click OK. Now, select the entire drawing on the workspace. Then, press Enter key in your keyboard. Now tin surface has been created. Let's now export the drawing. On the Tool Space, under Prospector tab, right-click Surfaces. Then, choose Export Land XML. On Export Land XML setting window, make sure that surfaces are checked, and the rest are unchecked. Click OK. Now, select File Destination folder. Type file name. Then click Save.